Hello, I'm Harry and welcome to the Loot Drop. Today we're going to talk about Skull and Bones, the Halo co-op campaign, and toxicity in gaming. Oops, I'm using the elevator. After years of silence, Ubisoft have re-announced Skull and Bones, their live service pirate game, for a November 8th release. Most of the trailer focused on cruising the high seas on your ship, harvesting materials to upgrade your ship, and shooting down other ships in your ship. It also showed what it's like to cruise around on land, which basically looks like a menu where you can buy some new stuff for your ship. And that looks like pretty much the entire game. I don't know about you guys, but this game looks full of shit. It's a chore simulator with a pirate backdrop, and I hope it doesn't descend into that tedious game cycle and not that pirate loot and plunder gameplay I was hoping for. Skull and Bones' development first started in 2013 as an expansion for Assassin's Creed Black Flag, then pivoted to an MMO spin-off title. And now 9 years later, here we are. And the craziest thing is, because of a deal with the Singaporean government, Ubisoft legally has to release this game. So after nearly 10 years of development, we're finally getting this weird game that should have been cancelled but wasn't for legal reasons. Because yeah, when I think pirates, I think law-abiding citizens. Halo Infinite launched without a co-op campaign, which is like getting a pizza without cheese. Good news is, 343 Industries, they announced a beta for the co-op campaign. And I don't know, maybe it'll be good, or is it too little too late? Infinite is the first in the Halo series to try and go open world. And while it's not the most innovative or landmark entry amongst open world games, it's still pretty good. Revving around on a warthog and grapple hooking around feels cool as heck, but open world games just feel a bit too big sometimes. That's why I was so excited about this co-op announcement. I mean, how good would it be to roam around with your mate, split up and just dominate Zeta Halo together? Heaps good. It'll be heaps good. However, the co-op mode will have players tethered together, and the tether has a 1,000-foot limit. So if you stray further than 1,000 feet from your mate, you die. So how far is 1,000 feet anyway? Apparently 1,000 feet's about 300 meters, but if you're a visual learner like me, you really have to see it to actually understand how far it is. So what I've done is I've got exactly 1,000 feet of string, and I've tied it to my office chair here, and I want to see how far I can get. Actually, I'm staying in for a coffee, so let's see if I can make it all the way to the cafe.
Harry, no! You'll die!
Jordan, that's a video game. This is real life. Skate 4 has released a kind of a trailer to prove that it's still coming, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm on board. The trailer shows off pre-alpha gameplay, but there's a few tasty nugs in there. It looks like you can climb, wall run, and swing across beams to reach better skating spots, which is so sick. Now, I haven't played a skateboarding video game since Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, but this one's reeling me in. Seems like it has a multiplayer focus, which makes sense because it's being developed by EA. Imagine skating around a map as big as GTA 5. I really love the tone of this trailer too. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and it also feels like they're trying to listen to the community. Still, it's being developed by EA, and you're probably wondering why I'm being so harsh on EA, and to that I tell you to check out the dedicated Wikipedia page called Criticisms of EA. Don't say I didn't warn ya. I don't know if it's the cold down here or the heat up in the northern hemisphere or if Mercury's in retrograde, but the internet needs to relax. Just in the past week, Ron Gilbert has announced he'll no longer post news to his website because he was abused because of the new Monkey Island's art style. Both Sony Santa Monica and the tiny team working on Hypercharged Unboxed have been harassed because they haven't announced when their games are coming out. And also, EA tweeted this complete garbage to stoke the already angry mob. The worst thing is, Santa Monica just announced a release date for God of War, and now all these toxic trolls are gonna feel like it's because of their outcries. Let's all just take a deep breath, eh? I'm all for voicing an honest opinion, and I think it's important to be able to voice a negative opinion on a subpar product. But there's nothing more I hate in the world than a sense of entitlement. Some people think that just because they're video game fans, they're entitled to speed up the development of video games. Like, how do you figure? If you ever find yourself being revved up over a video game delay, I want you to think about how many times a developer delays a game's release out of sheer laziness. I can promise you it's almost never. The fact that video games even come out, it's a miracle. Do you know how hard it is to make even a 10-minute weekly show on video games? Like, oh. So the next time you're feeling stroppy about a video game delay or an art style change, or if a brand posts something gross on social, just log off. Seriously, it's the best. Or you can do what I do, which is make fun of how dumb video games are because you love them. 98 feet, 197. Oh, that's the loot drop. Coming out this week is Rune Factory 5 for the PC and Power Wash Simulator for the PC and Xbox. Who are you gonna buddy up with for the Halo campaign? Here's a little tip. Tie 1,000 feet of string to your best friend as a little trial run and let me know in the comments how it all goes. Bye! 32 feet.
Alright, man,
31.
We're out of here.
999 feet.